tall lineman.
Glen Campbell's voice is like a warm Sunday morning.
Is still on the line.
I love it, like red velvet cake.
Glen Campbell was the musician's musician.
He was just probably born with that guitar in his hand.
And was also an entertainer's entertainer.
Shoot them! They're too far, they're moving too fast.
Let's pray together. Father, for this glorious place, this beautiful day.
Glen and I were always talking about our similar backgrounds because we're both from very large families, very musical families, and we're both very poor.
Being one of 12 kids and, you know, growing up as humbly as he did, I think that music is one of those things that you cling to. You know, when you're 4 years old and somebody gives you a $5 Sears guitar, you know, you want to go learn to play that thing.
The first thing I want to sing when I think of him is Southern Nights.
Southern Nights.
Wichita Lineman and Galveston.
Well, I love all of Glen's songs, but I think the Rhinestone Cowboy is one of my favorites.
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
All that great songs, they're as good as it gets. But the guitar playing was something that we all looked at each other and went, this guy is a player.
Not just good guitar player. I'm talking one of the best of all time.
You know, he played on Sinatra records.
Eddie Van Halen one time asked me to get him a guitar lesson with Glen Campbell.
He went out on the road with the Beach Boys and then played on the record.
I just remember seeing him for the first time, and I was a girl at that time, so of course I would notice a good-looking young man. I had a show several years ago, a network variety show. You know, you do something that I think is unique.
You gonna tell him here?
Yeah. I used to watch you do it on your television show. So it's getting worse. He had a crazy sense of humor, and we used to love tell jokes.
Well, it's knowing that your door is always open and your path is free to walk. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Glen Campbell.
When Glen had his Goodtime hour, it was just one of the most entertaining things ever.
Such a happy-go-lucky guy.
We were miles apart on the music world, but yeah, we were very good friends. I saw him slipping. You know, here's this guy that's sharp as a tack and looks good, is always funny, is always on, and he would tell me a joke. And then 10 minutes later, he would tell me the same joke. And then 20 minutes later, he'd tell me the joke again. And I'd start going, something's going on.
I forgot everything I learned. I thought we had a thing.
Our teleprompter went out. It just went out.
I was wondering why it was. Has anybody here got everything, what do you call it?
He would tell a few jokes, and he might lose his place in the middle of the joke and just move on.
Hello, there we go, yay!
Even if he was having to read it later on in a teleprompter, he could step right up and just knock it right out of the park. I thought it was amazing that he opened up his life to the cameras in I'll Be Me.
This indicates that in all likelihood, your difficulties are due to Alzheimer's disease.
Not only is it brave that he toured, he recorded, and then he did this documentary.
I think showing your struggle is the true sign of somebody who is fearless. I remember the last time I saw him in public was at an award show.
That performance of Rhinestone Cowboy that he gave.
I've been walking these streets so long.
It wasn't moving great because So was the movie great because it was great?
And he was amazing. That love and joy was still there. That's a life well lived and inspiring beyond anything we all could have imagined from him.
I've lived and I have loved.
Find me somebody that doesn't like Glen Campbell. Find me anybody.
One of the most towering legacies in the history of country music.
A bitter place awaits you see.
When you think about great singers, you'll think of Glen Campbell. When you think about good looks, you'll think of Glen Campbell. When you think about an all-around entertainer and wonderful human being, you'll think of Glen Campbell.
Coming up, we remember the comedian Jerry Lewis.